carbon bonnet is C1. Front grille here is C1. As you can see, it's just C1 everywhere when you look underneath the oil.
So the C1 shop went went out of business in what year?
2011. I keep the catalogues that I have collected, the C1 catalogues inside. Two more shift knobs. C1 sweatshirt. Another really old C1 t-shirt.
And this is one of the coolest Corollas they ever made. It is.
Like, even going on with Barry, like he had like the manifold on the shelf. Now I got a couple of tweaks done to it.
Is this a personal cleaning box thing? Is that what it's called? Is that a Tommy Kyer or a Vitz?
Yeah, it is. There you go. Never even opens.
Oh Jesus, that's great now.
Why is there an airplane there?
You are here.
Super strut suspension.
Oh wow.
Pro box.
Then there's the cheap machine from Gran Turismo. Whoa, so that's a Celica rally car. Corolla jackets.
I have three of them there.
Yeah, there's Gran. We've been trying to organise this for a while, so the lads have called down from Dublin with some cool cars. I was going to call them all Corollas, but this is called an E12 Corolla? So it's an E12 Corolla in Ireland, but in Japan they were called the RunX. What's mad is there's not one but two of them, and the lads hang around with each other. We'll walk through some of the bits that are on it. It's loaded with C1 parts and other cool items. I think it's just something very interesting that, you know, you might enjoy it. Like, it's definitely something different. A lot of people have probably never even seen one of these before, especially if you're from America and other places. You probably don't even know what a RunX is, but a cool machine. Now, we've not one but two. So what's mad is this was sold as the E12 Corolla in Ireland, and they're fucking everywhere. Like, they were very popular because Corollas are a popular car in Ireland. So are Toyotas. We're a bit of a Toyota obsessed country. I don't know what it is. I guess because they were just reliable and that. They're all 5-door, are they? All the RunXs, yeah. And then what's the other one then? So the Alex.
I think these replaced the 11 and the Toronto.
Yeah, I think so. Because they were like, shit, what'll we do now?
Yeah, it's like the Yaris replaced the Starlet.
And they didn't even bother calling this a Corolla over there. There you go, see? RunX. So this is a TRD, right? Yeah. And this has a 2ZZ?
Yeah, 2ZZ engine.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's actually tuned more. It's polished internals from the factory because it's a TRD one.
Okay.
So it's a bit more than the standard 2ZZ.
Right. And what does the TRD one come with? Would it come with a TRD kit?
Yeah, it had a shocks, TRD shocks. And TRD exhaust, a couple of other small
yeah,
things.
Okay. Hi. Hey, just wanted to interrupt the middle of this video. Greetings from the sad, mediocre Prius. But I've been getting a lot of questions about the pre-order. Unfortunately, it was a week or two late, but everything is getting wrapped up this week and being sent to me. So once everything lands with us in the next week, we're just going to be on this crazy marathon to ship everything out as a dumper. Thanks everyone that's been messaging and stuff and asking. Obviously it's the first time we've ever done a pre-order, so we said that it'd be 8 weeks. It's probably going to be like 9 weeks, but everything should be with us in the next couple of days, and then it's just an absolute mission to get everything sent out. So thank you for your patience, and as always guys, thank you so much for the support. So we'll keep you posted on the videos here as we start sending everything out. Back to the video. The Z version is the sporty version, is it? That's like the best grade.
We have an X model, which is the 1.5 auto.
Yeah.
Which is the more popular one.
Okay.
So, we only know of what, 8 it is?
Yeah.
So there's probably 8 in the country that are the Z one, yeah. So that's the same engine that would have came in the fucking Celica.
Some of the Avenzas had them as well.
Yeah. It's great being out of my depth with this stuff, because usually I'm kind of would go down the rabbit hole, but you don't see enough of these for me to really. I mean, you really kind of put me onto him when you called down that time, and I kind of went down a wormhole with it.
T-Sports are 8.2 and these are 8.6.
8.6, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so Ireland got and Europe got the Corolla T-Sport, which is basically this, but the T-Sport is a 3-door, is it? Yeah.
And rare in a 5.
And it's weird that they didn't even bother releasing a 3-door in Japan when you think that it would have been very desirable over there.
29 C1 optional.
Right, so we have to talk about this.
It was Tom's TRD and C1 were the 3 companies dedicated for Toyotas. C1 went out of business in 2011.
Okay.
So the parts are fairly rare now, but I managed to track down a good bit of them. So.
Right, let me see some C1 stuff that's on it then.
So the carbon bonnet is C1. Front grille here is C1. As you can see, it's just C1 everywhere when you look underneath the oil cap, the engine cover, engine damper, heat panel, cooling panel.
Man, I love it.
Strut brace.
That is, I absolutely admire your dedication to tracking that stuff down. Incredible.
And some of the bits have come from places you wouldn't imagine. Siberia. Some of the bits have come
Really?
from, yes.
Because I guarantee a lot of these were exported all over Asia and that, so then you end eventually track down bits because people don't really have value on their own X's. They don't really seem to have any sort of a following because they never got this kind of car outside of Japan, really. We got the Corolla, but a lot of people over here don't even know that a RunX exists. So you have loads of lists because we get a royal buzz out of all the weird extras and all the stuff that you can track down, and I just do a lot of talking about it, but you actually go and track stuff down, which is great.
Spent
Like
hours and hours going through Yahoo Japan and sites like that.
I see. Is that like an optional extra
Yeah, clean box.
clean box?
The scuff plates there as well. They're optional extras.
Are they?
Yeah.
Fuck. The old
Sports lid.
sports
TRD
lid,
sports
TRD, with the little hollow to look in, because they were definitely going like, right, how can people see that we have like a special like fuel cap thing in there? So it's like, let's make a Perspex window where you can look in and see it. It's unbelievable. And did you find all the badges as well then?
Yeah, I have a heap of stickers at home as well.
So there's a C1 limited edition collaboration of a Wedsport SA70. Oh man, look at the wheel, no way. Did not know that existed. So for all the people out there that are obsessed with Toms and TRD, I'm sure plenty of people have never even heard of C1 because people don't really know about C1. There's a couple of back page like ads on Hyperrevs and that, but because it doesn't really, you know, it's not for their chassis and it just goes over their head.
They kind of start around 2000ish, so like they actually do make a good bit of like parts for cars, but I think they're kind of expensive.
I love the fact you even source the C1 clutch because you're just like, fuck it, I need to go the full hog here. I think they were an optional extra in the one before that, in the AE101, because I think you can get the matching door cards and that. Shift sticker there. Is the knob C1?
The knob is C1, yeah.
Wow. Man, that steering wheel is gorgeous. It's like almost like Nardi style, but like...
Yeah. It was probably made by Nardi.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, they outsourced all their parts.
Would never think looking at the C1 logo that it's Toyota.
Yeah.
How many of these are left in Ireland? You said there was, that you know of.
8 or 9, but
Have you owned all of them?
I've owned six of them. I know one of them was off the road. It was turned into a track car.
You've owned a few 1.5 ones as well.
Yeah.
So you have gone around buying them
I
all,
basically pillaged them all the good parts.
to get all the good parts for this.
Exactly, yeah.
How many years have you had this one then?
I have this since 2018.
Okay then. And like, what brought your attention into RunX's? Was it just...
I always, even when they were released first, the E12 Corollas, I just liked the shape of them.
Yeah.
I always wanted one, even when they were new. I was like, I'd love to have one of them in the future. But then I studied them more, I looked into them, I found out you could get this kind of one. I actually 8 years tried to get this car.
Really?
Yeah, I kept missing it. Every time I went up for sale, I kept get someone to just buy it out from under me.
And I'd imagine the TRD ones are rare. Like, I mean,
there's only 2 TRD ones in the country.
man, that's unbelievable. And then the fact you've thrown the whole C1 catalogue on top of it being the TRD car is pretty incredible. I don't know, it's amazing. I'm so glad people like you exist, because I'm all talk about cool rare cars, but then my selection of stuff is very basic. I'm like, yeah man, I love RunX's, I love this, but I don't ever put my money where my mouth is because I want Civics and twin cams. The fact they even shoved that lump into one of these is amazing. What are the coilovers? Blitz or?
C1.
Oh, are they actually?
Yeah, C1 as well.
Is there anything I'm missing here now? Like
C1 brake lines, C1, all the bars underneath, like you have all the suspension bars
You can
underneath.
see one, can you?
Rear bars.
Yeah, you can see one down there. Like if you look down, you see the C1 bar down there.
oh yeah,
And the same on the rear.
there's a bronze bar just poking down there. You know what's cool? Toyota, with all their cars in Japan, they gave them all their own badge, which is deadly, and they just don't do that over here. We all just get the same Toyota badge, but over there, every single Toyota has its own badge, which is amazing.
I have a guy in the UK trying to buy it off me.
Really?
Trying to buy it off me. I'm like, no.
Is there much of them even in the UK? Do you see them? Or...
No, there's actually...
I feel like this is probably one of the most underappreciated Japanese cars ever made. Spoiler's nice as well. It's almost like EK9-esque with the kind of side pieces on it.
The ones he got me.
Right. I love, right, I'm envious. You're just off on your own mission with this. There's no one around. You're not doing it for anyone. There's no one else that's like, oh man, you know, C1 around. You are just gone down a total wormhole with C1, and it's just your own mission that you're on. And I think that's great, because a lot of people in Ireland, probably even me included, without even realising it, that I'm building something because of things that I was influenced down through the years, and I'm like trying to impress my peers or whatever. Like, but you've just gone down a wormhole with a RunX, and then went off down a wormhole with the catalogue, and you're on this complete tangent that no one knows about, really. You know what I mean?
Man on a mission.
You're a man on a mission that no one even knows exists. And I've a lot of respect for you building something like this and getting really obsessive over stuff that people don't even... I just even noticed this now. Is that like a C1 optional
wiper delete,
wiper delete? Fuck, you know what I mean? What the fuck, man? It's incredible. But yeah, I got completely distracted there. But I love that you're on your own mission with this, and it's just like, I don't know, it's really cool, man. That's what I like about the car culture, and especially in Ireland, that it's so diverse that, you know, I could be into an 8.6 and then you're like, well, I've got a RunX and I went off buying a C1 catalog, and then you can teach me things that I thought I might have already known, but I don't, about different things that Toyota were doing at the time.
That's part of the fun, is explaining bits to people.
Actually, do you have a C1 catalog in there?
I have like 10 years of C1 catalogues in there.
Yeah, so Jack has also brought down his collection of catalogues, which we'll go through in a little while, but
he even has the optional extra boot mat.
oh, look at that.
Like, and it's
What a name for a machine as well, RunX. I share your obsession with collecting stuff, so it's grand. You make me feel better.
he's brought down all those.
Oh, yes, boy. That is fucking cool. So you're just on Yahoo and then you see stuff and you're like, right. Oh, there's like, how long does it take for
Corolla
like
jackets? Look, I have a collection of Corolla jackets here.
unbelievable.
There's one from the factory staff jacket.
Jesus. Like, you're just waiting for things to pop up? Yes. The black hole. Oh, I need to have a look at this there in a little while. I'll get very excited. It's cool collecting this stuff though, isn't it? Like, I mean,
It's an addiction.
I'm very in a black hole with collecting magazine stuff now. Like, I've spent thousands. It's almost embarrassing, but every time something arrives and I open it and look at it and even smell it, I know it's a bit weird. It's like,
Smell of Japan.
but just like, there's stuff in here that just people that scan stuff up on social media, they're mostly drift biased and it's all about drifting. But like, there's so many incredible things out there from Japanese car culture that people kind of just ignore.
Holder they used in the C1 office at the pro shop.
Right,
It's
so
the
hang
actual
on.
holder
You were
from the
telling
top.
me about this, that so the C1 shop went out of business in what year?
2011.
2011. And you managed to find
I managed to
this.
find this on Yahoo Japan from a guy who knew the owner. He got it I don't know why he had it. Maybe he just took it when they were closing up, but I got it off Yahoo anyway, and I keep the catalogues that I have collected, the C1 catalogues inside. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're in C1 folders as well.
Where did you get the C1 folders?
At Yahoo Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Everything's Yahoo Japan.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You definitely lose a lot of currency
I
to
do.
Japanese people.
I'd say they love us.
Yeah. It's a good buzz though, man.
Ah, yeah.
Because, I don't know, you can spend your money on a lot of things, but like, there is a really nice satisfaction to stuff arriving. The only way I can describe it is, you know that feeling you got when you're younger at Christmas, and that disappears when you become an adult,
Yeah.
but that feeling comes
Yeah,
back
I
buying
do get
stuff.
it, yeah.
I get that dopamine
I'd
hit.
be tracking the stuff all the way
Yeah.
from Japan over. Like.
And the excitement of tearing something open reminds you of being a young lad and getting something for Christmas. That's very dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
I love the...
Two more shift knobs. Titanium.
Oh,
It's
man.
different to the one I have in the car. Toyota Technical College in Nagoya. C1 polo short. C1 sweatshirt. Another really old C1 t-shirt, all brand new.
Unbelievable. Ah, the Nets hat. And this is one of the coolest Corollas they ever made. It is. Right, time to throw you under the bus.
See how I fucking do here. How Jack do? How'd you do, Jack?
What's funny is all three of these cars were sold in Ireland as just normal Toyota Corollas, but you managed to get a Corolla FX GT, which is... What's mad is this had a 20 valve from factory, so it's like the Levin and Truno that they brought out in Japan, but then they brought out a hatchback version of it and just called it a Corolla FX GT. And I think they ran this from even the 80s. They had the AE82, then the AE92. And is this an AE100 series?
101.
101, yeah. How long do you have this?
Just touching 8 years now.
8 years?
It's around Halloween time, so it's not far out now.
Really?
Yeah, 8 years now.
Jeez, I didn't realise you had it that long.
Have it a while now. It's already been out now for say 4 or 5 years of that now. Spends most of the time packed up.
It looks OEM on the outside, because it is. This is completely standard outside. The only thing that really catches my eye is the optional extra spoiler that's up here.
Unicorn.
Did you track that down or did it come with it?
I got that of a lad. I think in Galway or something. No, I bought that.
This came with a silver top 20 valve, did it?
Silver top,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the beautiful back lights on the FX GT. Like, so the Irish version of this then just has a steel back on it with a long license plate. But the Jap lights are absolutely gorgeous. Like it just looks like such a cooler car.
Nice rear end on
Yeah,
them, right?
and they came twin exhaust from factory, did they?
Came twin pipe, came
Yeah.
the spoilers, the mud flaps, the sill,
Yeah.
the front bumpers, the fog lights.
Right. So I'm gonna get you to pop the bonnet straight away because one of the most impressive parts is not the outside but the inside. So I didn't know this thing existed till we went for food there a while ago, and you just drove down, and then we got to see this, and it kind of blew my mind a bit. Not only is it a rare FX GT, you've gone absolutely bananas here with the engine bay. How did this come about? Like, I mean,
To be honest with you now, when I bought the car, I was dating it around, I'd done 100,000 kilometres or something in 3 years. I was like, I really like this car, and I was like, just got too used to the power in it, and I was like, I don't want to get rid of the car. I loved how it looked, loved how it handled, everything about it. I was like, I'm gonna tow it, and then I was while picking up a few bits, and I built a forged it. Well, Bart Tracy done the machining on the engine, and I put it together in my boxers in the hallway of my house. So I just done that in the warmth over Christmas one year, and it just kind of went on from there. It's fully forged, 0.5 overside pistons, and CP rod. There's 1100 Blitz injectors on it, heads part and polished, 0.8 steel head gasket on it, and custom MRP manifolds.
yeah, it's uncommon in Ireland for people to do anything with 20 valves except for just leaving standard and just driving.
People do something small, like
just cams and stuff. Yeah, even with mine, like I'm not doing a whole lot to it. I've just put cams in and we've just rebuilt it. But to go turbo and stuff with them, it's common enough in New Zealand. Like people really do extract power out of them, and especially like Barry Mann and stuff. He's like at the forefront of tuning these things to crazy horsepower.
He's an absolute legend in my eyes now. Like this car wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Like, I have to me hats off to him having a shop like him around.
All the stuff. So what coil setup do you have? Are they Yaris coils or?
Yaris coils. And
Yeah.
Like even going on with Barry, like he had like the manifold on the shelf. Now I got a couple of tweaks done to it.
Yeah.
And the inlet manifold done as well. Like where else are you gonna find that kind of stuff just sitting
It's
there?
unbelievable piece of work.
It shifts, it goes for front wheel drive, it grips. And
Oh man, even when you brought me for a fucking spin, like it is a quick car.
I wish I was brave enough to try the high boost that day, but the 311, it's more than you ever need.
What kind of turbo then do you have?
There's a Mamba 2871 on it now. It's probably one of the cheapest things I bought for the car. Everything else is there's no expense on it. But we jumped into we got onto the ferry. Went over to England and bought a fully built E58 with a cast Super Q in it that he also got done off Barry Mann.
Oh wow!
Because he was building a Time Attack 111 and ended up getting a twin cam shell, so he's selling all his bits. I got a bargain. I think I saved more than 2 or 3 grand on the box and the 1,000 horsepower billet shafts.
Holy shit! It's just blowing shafts out of it and stuff.
Like, I bought like probably the only 3 sets of E4AG ZE like Truno shafts you probably ever find.
Wow!
It's
like, I just love the rabbit hole you went down with this thing, because it's just like totally uncommon though. Like nobody really does anything like this with a man. Even when you see an FX GT in Ireland, they're just left standard. People don't really go and mess around with them and that, but you like just went fucking crazy.
It happens in bulk. Like the car sits up for 3 months and I go hard at it for a week, and it's amazing what like you have a good group of lads.
Yeah, exactly.
You tip away.
Yeah. And what did you have in it before? Was it just a normal 6-speed LSD box?
There was an E58 beforehand.
Okay.
And then there was just a standard set of E58 or the 4AG ZE shafts.
Yeah.
The supercharged.
And you just kept shitting them and
kept like I probably bought the only sets that I could ever find over
yeah.
there.
When you popped the bonnet on this a few weeks ago when we went for food, like, and it was the first time I'd ever seen the car, because you don't really post pictures of it on the internet. Like I put pictures of it up on Juicebox, and I said to you when I was going to post them that was going to just take, like, people would shit themselves, because Irish people love E10 Corollas.
I was toying around with the idea for a while, and then or turboing it for a while, and then on the M1 I lost a race to an SIR Civic, and that kind of made me mine up.
Oh really?
And that insult to injury, flicked up a big rock and left a big chip out of me freshly painted car at the time as well.
So you were just like, fuck this, I'm going.
So that rock had an insult to injury, cost me a fortune, and went down the rabbit hole then. Some of the stuff was really tidy. I love to get the bay painted up, and a few bits powder coat with it. Just nice thing to look at.
Yeah, and there's a nice thing as well. Look, you're saying all the Corollas and all the Toyotas in Japan got their own like nice plates. So like you've seen on the RunXs, they have their own badge. But the FX had its own badge instead of the Toyota badge, which is really, really cool. You have a load of optional extras.
A few new bits now as well.
So the confetti SR3s were an optional extra. Maybe not in this generation, I could be wrong, but they definitely were in the generation after this.
Yeah, they were an optional extra in the 11s.
Yeah.
They are the 111s.
Is this a personal cleaning box thing? Is that what it's called?
The rubbish box,
Yeah.
that's the one. The clean box is what it's called.
And then this is an optional extra armrest as well, is it?
Yeah, it's another option actually. You have your, I don't know what might be in there now.
That's unreal.
Cup holders in the back of it, then you have your rescue man here. It's usually the spot for that. It glows in the dark
look at
and all,
that.
so you can see it.
Toyota badged as well.
And then like you've got your floor mats, your crotch vent.
Fucking deadly. You got the, oh man, instead of an ashtray then it's got the coin box. And then what's that, a little card box?
A multi-box there called. You can get some of them have little safes and all.
Oh man, it's fucking, it's on a spring as well, like.
They fly out.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Look at that with the little suede interior on it. Man, people would cream themselves for the optional extras.
So there's some nice bits in it now between like the wind deflectors, the rear visor, and then I have the 8-pillar map light. And
wow,
the con light there, like the car is what 30 years old and it has, you can plug that thing in and the automatic lights down once it gets dark.
Really?
So yeah, little light sensor in it. The sunroofs are mega rare in them as well, that type of thing. And it did actually come factory with the 9-speaker live surround sound system.
Yeah.
The speakers in the dash there, but I kind of have that hacked apart to run wires down. I've a lot of speakers taken out of it because there's too much weight in the car.
Yeah, like you're a blend of having a mad car that's got high horsepower, but then still having a load of nice optional extras.
Yeah, I do like the car being more so complete inside.
Yeah,
so
well, it's
somewhere nice to be.
inside is extremely civilised and lovely. Even the way you have the blitz gauge, like everything looks at home. It doesn't feel like a mental car inside. Like you look at the engine bay and you're kind of going like, holy shit, but inside it's totally civil in here. It's lovely.
Yeah, the dash is the only bit of technology that I really have in it now.
So you only popped in the Link dash there fairly recently.
Yeah, done that on Saturday, Friday night. I think I done that.
Deadly.
I just kind of have a half going for now, just to get me down here. And,
Man,
Jack was very nice to me about me that Tom's gear knob because I've done a few bits on his car there a few weeks ago. There's no gear knob in the car. I'll get rid of the snap-on screwdriver handle.
for fuck's sake, man. I can't get over the little box. You were saying like a lot of stuff is fairly rare as well. Like I mean,
like I've gotten stuff in Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Russia, like everywhere. Like same like Jack, he bought. He's just been finding bits here, there, and everywhere, buying stuff off some lad in Pakistan.
that's part of the thrill, though, isn't it?
You're waiting 4 months of stuff to arrive. I was like, man, you have to scamming me. Where's
Yeah,
the bits
yeah,
now?
yeah.
All of a sudden they arrived there and a box full of goodies. Like,
Isn't it mad how many mad little bits like Toyota made for each chassis? Like just when you think you kind of know everything about the car, there's like rare like spoilers and rare like little like fucking little boxes here and
like there's like this is only touching. Like there's a million more things you could get for this, but I kind of have what I like.
yeah, exactly. You don't want to just get carried away with like
the only I'd love to get the TRD foot pedals, but I wouldn't pay the 400 quid for them. Do you know what I mean?
You even have all your back seats like because you wanted the car to go fast. You haven't like sacrificed comfort and having a nice civil machine. The P1, which are also a nice, understated. They're not a loud mad wheel. They're just a nice looking wheel, and then you just see the big brakes, and you're like, all right, fair enough.
Keep the brakes black to try and hide them
Yeah.
a little bit too.
I love the gorgeous then twin cam 20 then for mass confusion for people, which are like a factory sticker that was on these because these are a special car. Toyota were really onto something special back in the 90s, and it's fucking great, man. It's probably one of the nicest examples I've ever seen. This is the kind of stuff that I appreciate the most, and it makes me really enjoy making these types of videos or doing this stuff.
Like all that kind of built in the shed type.
Yeah, man, because it's just like it's totally relatable, and this is attainable for people. They can do this too if they put the effort in and they want to do it. And the fact that you're there tracking bits down from all over the world and getting a thrill out of trying to find bits from fucking New Zealand or, like you said, Kazakhstan or somewhere absolutely mental for a random part is.
Trying to figure, like, it's not like someone has thrown a load of these, so
Yeah.
like, finding information online,
Yeah.
it wasn't easy. Like,
I think the fact that you started with a fairly obscure, rare, sought after chassis in Ireland and then did your own thing to it, like, I don't think you're going to see too many other people going down this rabbit hole. No, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks very much for having me.
I know the weather is starting to change now and it's getting a bit shite, but it's the lens is probably covered in scutter here now, but I hope you enjoyed these three. They're, I guess, Corolla chassis. Let's bring out the rest of the magazines that you brought down in catalogues and bring them over to the light. I want to see some of this stuff. Adrian's straight in. No way, look who it is. He's on the ad for the DA.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. Just going to go through a few, but you brought him down. We'll go through them off camera in a minute, but I think it's kind of cool to show some of your little stash of really interesting. Is it mostly Mostly catalogues.
Yeah.
Is that a Tommy Kyer of Vitz?
Yeah, it is. Never even opened some
More
of the
bits.
stuff.
Really? Just bought, put it in the
bought
box.
it,
And
yeah.
You probably don't know what you have. What?
some people will be
Oh wow.
creaming themselves here now.
Well, it'd be that horse.
Deadly. There's
That's
really
class.
none of them around anymore.
No.
Make the style. I feel bad that we're opening some
So
of this
do
stuff.
I.
That's okay. I'm sure it's been opened in Japan anyway.
Yeah, they just reseal stuff and make it look like it's
Yeah.
factory. Look at the Nismo logo on the back. Oh, Jesus. Deadly. Incredible.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Seats.
Oh my God, look at the seats. Ben, oh, Jesus, that's great now. You actually selected a winner
Started
there.
van.
Started van.
1300. Well,
Holy shit, look at that. Right. Right, I didn't know this existed. So there was just a version of that was just called the Starlet van. And this is it.
Look at the
why
clock.
is there an airplane there?
What's happening?
It's a Boeing 747.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with
Biggest
it.
plane ever, and it's the smallest car ever.
It's a reflect. Look.
Oh yeah.
But it's reflect.
Reflect. They're really fucked up. English is amazing.
Loose translation.
Reflect X.
Like the Scotty.
Look at him just hiding down the lane.
Random cat.
I love the way they bring them off to foreign countries. So forward.
Yeah, we were just saying that. It's like, shit, how will we get to the people to understand about four-wheel drive? I know a snowman with a fucking bucket on his head. Oh, yeah.
Paul's cup of tea there.
Paul.
No, he wasn't.
You are here. You are here.
I'm here.
Super strut suspension.
Oh wow.
Wow.
What the fuck? Oh, that's the colour.
Jeez, that's a mental car. I've never even seen him in that
Look
colour.
at that, like. There it is. See, that's the facelift version of.
Pro box.
Wagon. Then there's the cheat machine from Gran Turismo. Massive Regamasters. And on the back then I had like, I think they're like fucking 17 or 18 inch SSR meshes. There's the Escudo itself, the civilian version. The Holy Grail machine from our childhood. You would never know that Popeye has been used to market Altos. Now get the works. I love how they write in English, even though no one probably had an idea what was being said. Total overload here. K11, street and sport. Ah. So good. Fuck. Oh, it's the turbo, and then there's a super turbo. So the turbo is just single charge, and then super turbo is twin charge. Available at your Nets dealer. Like, that's fairly impressive for 1987.
Yeah.
Even just the photos that the effort they went through with this shit heap here. Sorry, car, I'm joking. Looked exactly like this from factory. With those wheels, it was a GTV, it was red over black, and it was late spec. Oh yeah, look at that. And here's what's cool. See this green example here? The engine that's in this fine specimen here actually came from a green one. So, just like that. I had to think that like the engine in that is out of basically that. All the options then for wheels.
Not so much stuff.
There's too much
I
stuff.
don't even know what to be taken out.
You brought down like so much. I even have a headache trying to
There's
process.
another box in the boot as well.
It's nice seeing pictures that people scan up on the internet, but actually having these yourself just to look at.
Yeah.
Take out, are these completely wrapped up, or take out one of them that's open? No way. Oh, that's really cool, man. Little C1 fucking NCP 10. Whoa, so that's a Celica rally car.
Yeah, it's the C1 Celica rally car.
C1, I didn't even know they had a rally car version of it. That is class. Is that a RunX? Or?
Yeah, it's RunX, yeah.
So it's a RunX rally car. So Jack packed the back of his car with all sorts of C1 and TRD stuff to bring down, but I knew it would run into darkness, and we've been here forever because you have so much stuff. C1 gloves that were in the picture on the RunX that was on the poster there a second ago. Amazing little starred kind of envelope with a mad, almost like a soccer crest that they have.
I don't know what's in there.
What are they?
Oh,
Wacko.
Wacos, yeah. Deadly. Look at that. Ah, no way, man. That is so cool. Did that come fully like done like that as well?
Somebody done it in Japan, yeah.
Somebody's modifying these in Japan to be slammed.
More posters. There's posters down here as well. This is a little present I actually got for you.
Right. What is this? I knew this would be difficult.
No way, look at that. Oh, you're a fucking legend. Ah, brilliant. That's so cool, man. I was actually looking at these not too long ago online, the Inno 64 ones. And I was like, jeez, I'd love that now. You have to show a few of these, even just take them out. And so there's a collection of t-shirts. That's fucking deadly. Team C1. So you just find these on Yahoo?
Yeah.
They just pop up and then you're like, right.
Anytime they pop up, I just buy them all.
Corolla jackets.
I have 3 of them there.
They are class.
Then there's another one then, a staff jacket.
Oh man, a RunX. Just
New century value.
yeah.
Sick puppy.
Thanks for calling down. Thanks for buzzing down, Jack, and blowing my mind with C1 stuff and
Having us down.
catalogues and all sorts.